Hi, I'm Scott Stiles. I'm the head teaching professional here at Earl Grey Golf Club in Calgary. I was the 2024 PGA of Alberta Teacher of the Year, and today we're looking at a unique little 20-minute winter coaching program that I run. Today we've got a couple that come in, they share 20-minute spots with each of them, so it's a 40-minute lesson, and we're gonna go through what that looks like for them.
Oh, he's totally casual, so humble you wouldn't even realize he is, top of his game.
I really like it because I can focus on one thing and I don't leave confused with like 4 or 5 different things as I've worked through. I didn't really enjoy hour-long lessons, so I really like the 20-minute.
TrackMan University, and it can tell you how far it's gonna go. If it's 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15, 20, if it's 0 elevation, 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet, 4,000 feet. So and that's all like kind of baseline type stuff. Obviously there's wind and other factors that kick in, but if you like that data type stuff, right? So then if you want to prepare when you go like on these trips, you can just write it down, right? Like, okay, this is like roughly what this elevation change does to my distance, right? If you really don't like a club that's in your bag, like get it out of your bag or figure out a way around it, right? Convince yourself that you can hit good shots with it. Because again, you're starting from kind of behind the 8 ball. If automatically like, well, I don't like this club and I have to hit this shot, I don't think I can do it. Like, your chance of success is pretty low.
It's very much depending on each person, right? It's like finding out what works for them. Some people like to be a little bit more technical. They like to get into kind of the nitty gritty of like the golf swing. Some people that doesn't work at all. I mean, even with Brian and Michelle, you'll see like Brian's very technical. We have to try and like pull that back so he's not thinking about too much. Michelle doesn't want any of that stuff. She wants to keep it a little more simple, and everybody's different, and it's finding what works with each student.
So even it's being more here versus here. When you get off, you get long and it goes that way with your wrist. When you're good, it stays kind of right there. Yeah. And then when you come down, the feel is here. And then here, that's when you got to make sure your body turns. How'd that one feel? So this is how far back you went. Can you see here? Like, that's pretty good. And you see how the club face is still in a good spot? Yeah, really good. This is really good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, so that's 130 yards, right? Like that's what you're capable of that. And that's just a function of the club face was stable, and then you turned. Here's what's really nice, right? We've spent all winter working on this stuff. You can access it so much quicker now. Yeah. Right? Like a year or two ago, like it might have taken us like the entire session just to get close to it. Yeah. Now we can give you like 1 or 2 cues max, and you know where to go with it. Yeah. And that's just a sign of like where you've come. Yeah.
I think he really gets to know a student and what works for him, and he knows if he's standing watching me, I get nervous and then I start swinging poorly, so he just walks away after we've kind of worked on something, lets me kind of work it out, and then he comes back and checks in on me. And for my personality too, if there's a lot of talking going on, I can't concentrate, I can't focus, and so he's figured that out, so when it's just me and him, he knows to be quiet, and that's what works for me. And I see with other students, other ones are more relaxed when there is conversation.
Okay. Okay. If you were falling forward like that, okay, all of our force is coming from here. That's where you're gonna feel like you fall forward. Okay, so set up like you're gonna hit one again. You're gonna push me away here real slow, right? Push this here. Yeah. So now you've rotated, but you've actually moved this hip out of the way as opposed to just pulling that right one forward. Like, just get to this point. Okay, if I can get to this point, good things could happen in the middle. Okay, let's see a couple like that. There we go. That was really, like a really big one for you, right? We've talked about this before. Like, don't change the input with every swing, right? If you're working on something, it might take you 5, 10, 15, 20 swings to actually do what you're trying to do. And way too often golfers will try something, right? They're gonna work on something. It doesn't work on that first swing, and they go looking for something else right away. And then that doesn't work, they go look for something else. And then eventually it works, but they have no idea what allowed that swing or that move to work. And so make sure, like when you're working on something here like this, and we've talked about this a bunch, don't change the input. Like, you might have to set a goal like, I'm gonna hit 20 balls with the exact same thought process.
I think one thing is that he picks out kind of specifically how you approach the game, and then he tailors the lesson to that. So I'm pretty analytical with my swing mechanically, and he tries to help me through that, right or wrong, change my mindset. So it's been nice to work with him.
It's the main program I run throughout the winter. Like I think I've got about 30 to 35-ish students that all do these 20-minute lessons throughout the winter. And so yeah, it's been really good. Like people seem to really like it. It gets a lot of people in. It's not a full hour. Like most people don't need a full hour session over the winter. It gives them a 20-minute lesson and then they get 30 minutes to practice after. So it's been a really fun and successful program.